We're here for a replay cast. We're going to be doing Twisted Minds against Quick Esports. Now, this game actually happened earlier tonight. We've got the replay codes very kindly from Ubi, so we'll be taking a look at that. Before we get too much into the match, we should talk about the map draft a little bit here. So, Twisted Minds get to pick map 1 and 3. So, I won't show you the scoreboard in case some people don't know the results and want to say spoiler free, so I won't show you the page, so just bear with me. We're going to have Twisted Minds ban Nepal, Quick ban Oasis, then Samoa is picked by Twisted Minds. Now obviously this is probably part of a trend we've seen from Twisted Minds overall, where they want to pick more and more dive maps because they got Kellen now instead of KSA, so they want to play stuff where they can play something like Winston more often. Likewise, we'll see something similar when we go to the hybrid round where Quick are going to ban Paricio, take the dive map away from Twisted. Twisted are going to ban Midtown, take the worst dive map out of the pool. And it's Iconwald that Quick are going to pick, which is kind of a map that most teams have played. If we get to map 3, it's going to be Twisted Minds banned Hollywood. Oh no, sorry, wrong one. Twisted Minds banned Shambali. Quick banned Junkertown, so again, Twisted Minds moving away from the brawl matchup. And Route 66 is picked by Twisted Minds. So if we get to that Route 66, Twisted are going to feel pretty good about that situation, ultimately, you know. Get to go to the dive map for the final one. But we'll be starting on Samoa, so we can go right on into Samoa. I think draft-wise, Iconwald, Route 66 to finish Samoa. I feel like actually Twisted have really actually got the better of the draft in this situation. So I think if I'm Twisted, I feel pretty good about this one. We'll go into it here. Let me just, let me take that off. Let me take that off. I don't know if we're going to be rewind, but just in case we do. And we're going to see all the expected characters. We'll start the countdown. It's going to be Quick Esports on the right-hand side of your screen. Obviously, they played loads of Orisa and had some success getting into top 8 with it. But with Orisa being nerfed, they've actually moved more and more into Reinhardt, and they actually look kind of good on it. You know, they make stuff happen. China potentially playing the tour. We've seen him do that before with some success. Meanwhile, it looks like Dive is the name of the game for Twisted Minds.
Round 1. Capture the
Starting on Kiri, Winston, Sojin. Coming out this right-hand side here is Twisted. Starting slow, and they're just going to play from this inside room. Turret's going to be just thrown up in there now initially by China. They're poking out. Suzu's actually forced quite early from Vigilante. But they're happy just to play through point here. Eventually, Quick have to make the move first. Kio's going to make that aggressive move onto Kellen. Kellen's going to DP kit. Chance to bubble here if he wants. He's going to bubble for Cleave. Absorbs that magnetic grenade. Yubi is in behind. Gogo goes to mark him. But it's first flip as you would expect from Twisted Minds, playing a lot through that point. Now the pin comes in. Crocs goes for the aggressive move. He's going all the way in. Big swing on the backline, but Suzu's good from Vigilante. And now Crocs is going to try and mark him off. But Kellen is bleeding everyone around him. And Kellen and Crispy are going to get 2 between them. And this will be straightforward cleanup, ultimately, from Twisted Minds. Now, it's the difficult situation on Beach, especially, is because this point is on the low ground. It's really easy for, especially a Tracer-focused team, to play through point a lot. Force for Reinhardt to make an aggressive move or something like we saw Crocs do there, and then go over him. And we're actually trying to play aggressive right now. They swapped into a Winston Mirror, but that doesn't feel like that's going to be the optimal pick, honestly. Surely you don't want to take Kellen, Vigi, Yubi on in these mirrors. I mean, obviously, like, Tracer probably also China's best hero, so the Tracer SWAT is whatever. The Tracer can be viable in the rush comp as well. Now, Twisted Mind's in control. Croc's going to do one jump for space. We'll get into this right-hand side room. Kellen's just going to bubble up the choke. Has the primal to keep going if he wants. Yubi's actually going to make his way around on this right-hand side. Pulse bomb misses, actually. Kyo's going to slide in. It's Quartz who dies. Yubi's going to keep trying to trade the back line. Kellen is going in with him as well. Combines with Yubi for that one. Kellen going to turn around. Oh, he's going to give a mega, actually. Problem now for Kellen. Will force the recall. Tries to jump out. In an extended fight here. Has to try and regroup with his team. Kitsune Rush to try and help him out, but there's the beat. Crispy's going to beat back, though, so Kellen can keep this one going. Happy to chase onto this Winston. Both people in his sights. They're still going, but no, they can't actually get the kill. Yubi will trade that one, though. Crocs is out on point with Bubble, and they have to play through point here because we're about to hit overtime. Yubi is behind him. Kitsune Rush to force point, and Twisted Minds They can just take a step back, actually. Quartz is on the high ground, needs more pocket out of here. Suzu comes through. I think Quartz is... No, Quartz... Well, Quartz is safe, but Vigilante is not safe. They're going to keep walking back. Primal over the top. Quartz is trapped in. He will die as well. And they do eventually get the retake here, but it did cost him quite a lot in the end. Crocs is actually going a little bit deeper, looking for even more. Has to be careful. Has to make sure he gets out here, but Kellen's going to bubble him off. Another jump by Crocs, trying to force him all the way back. Still more pressure, and they just died in spawn. Keo didn't even get a chance to get to this overclock. Pulse bomb as Crocs jumps out. And Twisted Minds with the easy retake. Disaster here for Quick Esports. They battled their way in a very messy, long fight to get the point back. Just to throw it away. Just to throw it away by overextending in spawn. And it's a common thing you see. It's not the person who was actually furthest forward in the way of Crocs. It's actually everyone who sort of takes that step forward to try and help him out.
1-0.
They're the ones who suffer the consequences.
Ready for battle.
We'll move on to downtown now. Another reasonable dive map. And it does... I mean, I am starting to get the impression that Quick Esports are maybe just going to go down on this hill for better or for worse. And I can't say I agree with the decision. Can't say I agree with the decision. It certainly feels like a very difficult path to try and take past a team like Twisted Minds, especially when the player quality is so high. In general, these sort of like Kiri, Winston, Tracer, Sojourn are also quite individually favored matchups as well, in terms of it just gives a lot of room for Quartz and UV to Kellen to carry. We'll see a slow fight initially. Bubble from Crocs onto Kellen. Oh, they actually just burst Kellen down here. The cast damage, too much. Kellen will be caught out. And alright, this is why you take the Winston mirror. They've successfully won the first fight. Keo and Crocs going to walk forward. Bubble to make sure Crispy and Vigilante will die on point. And just catches him there with a quick bubble. They'll get to hold forward for this next one. Keo's actually holding quite far up here. Wants to put this early damage, and while in theory the Sojourn should be more survivable in a lot of these situations with the mobility, the cast offers you so much more damage onto this Winston, it feels like. And they managed to hold the choke now. Keo will be forced in, headshot onto UV. Oh! Anyone who steps in that doorway will get shot in the face. And that's going to force Twisted Minds to retake through point instead. Now a much slower fight. Keo nearly has this high noon. Wants to swing this right-hand side. They've got the opportunity. Quartz is alone. The Suzu hits Quartz. They managed to pocket him through. And now Crispy, he's on Keo, but Keo's got two. Yubi gets the trades, though. It's now just a dogfight on point. 3v3. Crocs is chasing. Doesn't get the primal off, though. Don't know if he didn't just quite get it in time. And now they're going to get cleaned up here. They do manage to get the flip. Honestly, if Crocs had popped that primal, the fight was super winnable, and they could have stalled it out for ages. Retaking through inside. They can maybe just start with high noon, try and get some space on point. Primal slightly slower for Kellen, takes an early death. Crocs is going super deep onto Quartz. Pulse bomb onto Crocs. Will pop the Primal afterwards. Kitsune Rush and High Noon walking in. Kellen's going to scatter. Crocs is 1 HP, but they push forward. China and Eggs will give the final blows. Kellen has Primal, but he has to let it... Well, maybe not. They beat to keep going. Kellen gets one. Go with the beat back. Kellen does have the Primal. They are in control of point. Kellen is going to pop it. They're going to hold on. Can Kellen and Crispy turn a kill? They're on this backline. Eggs is in trouble, but they can't find him. Eggs has got away. China has recall. They regrouped Kellen with one more jump onto Eggs, but Eggs will survive all of it. They've stabilized. A real chance for Quick Esports now, but no, Quartz is back. He's got the headshot. Eggs did so well to survive, just to die immediately afterwards. Now Crocs has to disengage with this bubble. Keo is super low. Will just about... Oh, well, China's going to get caught. Kellen's going to get both DPS, actually. They were super weak. Eggs goes down, and Quartz just with the headshot off respawn. And it works out well for him. Now retaken. Bubble on as the Heinen comes around the corner. Crocs is going to try and get out of there. China has to recall. Eggs is still actually pretty deep. China's the one who gets caught, though. Crocs has gone all the way around to point. He's going to get that touch, jump in behind. They have grouped back up. Kellen has not been dislodged now. Kellen's going to drop this bubble onto Keo, and Yubi chases down the kill. Quick seemed a little bit hesitant about how they wanted to take out retake, and Twister's Mind's not hesitant at all. Punish them, force them back to spawn, and is anyone touching now? I think it's Crocs who is considering he has to touch. He will be able to get the touch, but now he needs to try and stay alive. Dodges for, well, dodges for pulse bomb, but takes the damage from it anyway. And Twisted Minds look like they will be sealing this one with this Kitsune rush. One more touch from China. Crispy's trying to mark Go. Go does get the touch, actually, but he's the last one to fall. A Kitsune Jax seals it. And map number 1 over to Twisted Minds, and ultimately looks very comfortable, right? Just looks very comfortable. We'll move on now to the next map. Now, this was obviously actually Quick Esports' choice. They got to go to Icon World. So, we'll lock in. Interesting to see what they choose to do here. We saw Twisted Minds obviously lose this map against R8 Esports. That's when R8 were running... well, they were running Reinhardt, Bap, Brig, and then it was... I think it was Cass Soldier for most of it. So like a double hit scan, Bap, Brig, Reinhardt. Really anti-dive type composition that caused Twisted Minds some problems. So that's the last time I think Twisted... or the last time Twisted ran into a problem on this one. But it feels like this time it's just going to be a classic Mei Lucio. Let me just make sure I update the old scoreboard. There we go. There we go. All right. And it looks like it will be a classic Ryan mirror, but it's Sim coming out from UB. Wall onto Crocs, and he will just get deleted. They burst through him super quick. Now the beam connects onto Go, forces him all the way out. You lose a Reinhardt that quickly, it's going to be over. And Keo's actually... Keo's gone a different way than everyone else, so they'll clean that one up nice and easy. And a straightforward first point. And we're going to see, is Keo going back just to get people back fast from spawn, or is he a Sim believer now? A Quick just mirroring any composition. Any composition, Quick will mirror you. Alright, they want to try and go before gate, but before gate they won't go, but they have actually just killed everyone immediately, so they don't get to go before gate, but they do kill everyone. I mean, to be fair, you probably actually don't feel bad about being on this mirror if you are Quick Esports. It does have a lot more people on their favorable heroes. I don't know as much about the Sim. Don't know why they wouldn't just keep the Cass. They're going to try and TP. They TP to the high ground. It's a confusing rotation. X is separated. They're all over the place, but Crocs is now on the backline killing people. Kellen's going to come regroup with his team with this pin. But they've kind of traded out here. A very confusing fight. But ultimately the trades mean the attackers get to move a point. And in this case, it's Twisted Minds. So they get in that space, and they'll get the payload moving. Quick will have to wait for Crocs. They're coming back. Both teams, well, Eggs has window. Both teams really have sim wall. And there's actually a mail from Quartz coming out straight away. And Crocs gets frozen, but just about gets out of it, so he will be okay. Window back from Eggs now, but Twisted Minds are all tucked behind safely. Well, everyone except for Yubi, so player advantage now for Quick as Crocs comes around. Wants to push out this Lucio. Has a TP back if he needs it. But they're just going to poke him out here. Quartz is kind of in the open. Quartz is separated from the team. Defensive wall actually cuts off Crocs here. He's going to take a lot of damage. Now a chance to push with Simwall as Yubi is back. Counter Simwall comes out from Keo. They're holding strong now. Shatters are in play. China has this Mayo. Mayo's going to be coming down onto Kellen. He's going to get frozen. He can't take the TP out. He's walled up. Can they help him live? No. The Mayo comes good. Now the later lamp from Eggs to make sure everyone stays alive, but Crocs was busy pushing something else. Crocs too aggressive now while his team were turning on Quartz. And now they've lost the fight in their Twisted Minds, but the Rhine trade will mean they'll get to push, get a bit of space here. But do they want to swing high ground actually, or are they just going to try and move point? Quartz isn't with them yet, so they're coming a little bit staggered here. They're going to TP Kellen to the high ground. I think they're just going to play through point and maybe try and flip it. What's Quick's decision? They're a little bit late. If they want to go this way, Quick are a little bit late, honestly. They kind of just have to meet him here now. Fire Strike, catch Eggs. Now the TP onto the high ground window aggressively here. Kellen's here with full shield. They try and TP underneath them. Crocs is underneath. Kellen's looking for a drop timing in. Boop off. No, Kellen's off the map. Gogo's found it. He gets traded, but it's a positive trade. Beat now from Crispy. It's only a 2-man beat, though. Quartz is going to drop a Mayo. He thinks he can do it. He's going to freeze for Reinhardt. He's going to kill for Reinhardt. China has Ice Block. Has the wall still. He's booped off, though. They're going to get the cap, are they? Gogo's back, but the cap is through. Quartz and Crispy have done it. Quartz and Crispy have the clutch. Kellen gets booped off a map. Gogo feels like he's made the play. He should have made the play, and that seals it for him. But somehow, some way, I don't know what it is about Twisted Minds, but they just always clutch. There's always a clutch for them. Now a TP round. Window onto the high ground. Crispy's a little bit split here. Quartz is booped in as well, and yeah, Quartz is going to go down for that one. Surprised a little bit by the TP window. They'll push Twisted Minds back out to outside. Aggressive pin from Crocs to try and find something, but doesn't find all that much. Coming back now. UB's about to have Simwall, as is Keo. China with a big male advantage. Since they use those 2 ults to clutch, they are in a little bit of an ult hole here. Shatter's still available. Simwall comes through. China with that male. Oh, Kellen is caught again. No TP out for Kellen. They try and lamp him, but he's booped out of lamp. And a very similar trade. But this time, Keo doesn't have to use the wall, actually. So they're going to not just win this fight, but take a pretty big ult advantage into the next fight. Look at this. Both teams still have Shatter. Both teams still have Window. But Sim Wall advantage and beat advantage for Quick Esports. A great opportunity to get more and more time off of this clock. And time off this clock is exactly what they need. Coming back now. Quartz has Mail, which could be the swing factor. Early TP and Window. TP back. They TP Shatter, but Kellen is wise to it. Shatter gets nothing. A free attempt, though, as actually Crocs is able to TP out. And look how close Eggs is. I think they want to swing. They're going to swing with Simwall, actually. They back up. TP out from Yubi. Just a little hop back, but Twisted Minds have disengaged it well. Now they come back with Shatter and Mail. Gogo has Beat, but Crispy isn't far behind. Beat doesn't really save you from Mail if you get frozen as well. You kind of need a lot of other stuff. They take the space. Window's going to be used. Do they want to go through it? Here it comes. Mail comes through. Can they get everyone out of it? No. Freeze onto for Symmetra. He's frozen, though. Beat comes through. Helps him survive. They manage to stabilize. Now the Shatter hits. Crocs is in trouble. Beat over top from Crispy. Defensive wall saves Crocs' life. But they're still at such a health disadvantage. Twisted Minds will keep coming forward. They're going to deal with Eggs. China will die on point. China does have Mail soon when he comes back, but still quite far away as his car is barreling into the checkpoint. Trying to force his way out here is Crocs, not too far away from the Shatter. First touch will be from Keo. Wall now to help them touch. China's going to get himself on point. Lamp comes out. Kellen's awfully low. Crocs is looking for that Shatter, and Keo's actually found Yubi. Window back from Vigilante. Now Shatter comes through. It catches everyone. Everyone's down. Crispy's won. Vigilante's pinned. Crocs has made the play. The wall to keep him in the fight as well. 1 minute left on the clock. And a huge Shatter from Crocs to stabilize. He might have just denied the full cap here, because now China has Mail advantage for this last fight. Yubi has wall, but so far what we've seen when this ult exchange has happened is Yubi will drop the wall, Twisted Minds will try and walk forward, but then Kellen gets caught by Nismail. They need to try and find a way out of Nismail for Kellen. They have Suzu now for him. Vigilante's gone Kiri. They also have Yubi's TP if he saves it. TP in, actually. TP. Are they going to wall and flip? They wall and flip. Here comes the Mail. Can they get out this time? Vigilante's frozen, actually. Yubi's frozen. Kellen is okay. They're okay, actually. China dies for it. Now Quartz is about to have Mail. Quartz can be the finisher here if he gets the Mail. The Shatter is good. Nobody dies from it, though. Why are they not dead? Kill Crocs now. Window comes through. Mail on point. He's going to push up. He's going to deal with a BAP as well. And Twisted Minds will get the full cap ultimately. Just before Gogo gets beat, they manage to win. They force it through.
Score 0-3.
And a successful full cap in the end. Obviously, could have been a lot worse. 12 seconds on the clock. Not the worst time you'll ever see. But you obviously would hope for more with the amount of time back they came in. They made a big stabilization. Got a lot of their time back. But it was really their second point, I think, that let them down. I mean, obviously, first point wasn't that much of anything. But it was the second point The Rhine trades really cost them this sort of first part of the map. And then this last fight where they were too slow to do this rotation, had to just meet him here. They just made a bit of a mess of it. Just second causing, I think, where the problems are. Oh, wow. Thank you, ML7, for the raid. Welcome, everyone. We're just going through the replay. Of Twisted Minds and Quick Esports. So huge raid. Thank you so much, ML7. I do appreciate it. Hope you had a good stream. Hope everyone's having a good time. We're just about to go into the second round. It was a full cap. A full cap by old Twisted Minds with their new look roster, the Koreans playing. So we'll go into this one. I'm going to cast it, and then we can maybe take some questions afterwards. Was the first map to Twisted Minds as well in a bit of a dive mirror, but now we're going to get a very different look from Twisted Minds. Malga, Kiri, Tracer, Sojin. Rhine, May, Sim coming out here. Slow and steady. Are they swapping a couple of heroes? I think so. I want to go Torbcast. So a super high damage composition coming out from Quick Esports. Slam's going to come in from Kellen. Early pressure on. They push him to the side, but Boop doesn't catch anyone. Crispy actually dies for it in the end, so player disadvantage despite it. It's a scary situation. Crocs goes for one more pin. It is Suzu, but the flank here from Kio's opened it wide. And now Crocs can just go forward, clean all of these up. They have to be careful because Yubi's got one trade already. They're going to regroup on point now. They are capping it. Crispy's going to get one touch. Here comes Kellen with the slam. Surely Twisted Minds can't pull this one back. Vigilante's coming in. Crispy's dead. Back in the respawn queue again for Crispy, unfortunately. And it ends up being a pretty straightforward first point from Quick Esports. It looked so scary when they went coast. The boop doesn't come through and it actually cost Crispy his life. They're going to go get the cart through. He's just starting on the high ground. And it is a dive swap now from Twisted Minds. So they want to go. They swap for Reinhardt's a little bit isolated. Yubi's on him. Kellem's on him. Crocs needs help. They're all on Crocs. Somebody help Crocs. The lamps is there in time for eggs. And Kellen actually dies for it. Now they can flip a point. Twisted Minds in a difficult situation. Quartz with the aggressive slide behind. They need kills. They need trades because the payload is moving away. They can't afford to die too staggered here. Vigilante groups up with Quartz, but Eggs doesn't care. He's just going to kill him. They turn and deal with Yubi now. Crispy is low. Yubi is dead. They're going to keep this point rolling. China's a little bit split up top, but he can regroup with his team now. And a bit of a disaster. From Twisted Minds on that first fight. And the worst part, really, is look at all these ultimates on the side of Quick Esports. They've got everything. They've got absolutely everything. Dive's going to come in. Molten Core, Kirio, everything being thrown into this one. They're trying to stay on the high ground. Defensive beat from Gogo keeps him alive, and that payload is still moving. Gogo's on the high ground by himself. Careful, Gogo. The rest of Quick Esports are trying to flip the map. This could be a monster cap if they get it. Quartz is going to drop the overclock. Can he find something? Lamp is dead. Crocs is back, trying to peel for his team. Quartz is going to keep going deeper. He's sneaking up just for body shot, though. They are forced out, actually. Can they go any more? They've stabilized in the old forward spawn. Can they get their toes out of this one? They have to be conscious that Crispy has this beat, so if they come too far out, Crispy will beat push them. And Kellen is dangerously close in his primal. What is Quick Esports' next move? Patience is the name of the game for now. Shatter catches Kellen, but they beat anyway. They beat anyway. Oh no, China's booped off the map. Surely Twisted Minds can't make this work. They lost their tank right before the beat, but they traded it. They're gonna move out now, but Crispy's still looking for Maury's boot back. Crocs is forcing the point in. They're trying to move towards point now, but Kellen is back. Kellen has the primal. He has a chance here. They're so low. Oh, Kellen has got the backline exactly where he wants them. There goes one. There goes two. They need to care the payload, though. He's going to chase down this Reinhardt. Got to be scared of the pin. There it is, but Kellen's wise to it. And they stabilize. Good hold in the end by Twisted Minds. Still 2 minutes 40 left for them. But ultimately, plenty of time, right? I think now if you're Quick Esports, you probably want to try and find a way to do this rotation. Start to try and play through point as much as you can. Trying to come through early. Kellen's going to have his bubble force so they can clear Kellen then walk now. Oh, they try and go a little bit too early. Just shoot Kellen out. He used his bubble. They go and clear Kellen now, but Kellen jumps the pin and keeps his position. Point is being threatened by China, but they all come back to deal with China. China has to try and play his life now. They are hunting him. Quartz will not let him out. Have to be step by step if you're Quick Esports now. And actually, Twisted Minds want to go early. They want to catch him off guard. They're moving. UV is on Keo. He gets him. The pin is good from Crocs. But can it save Exit's life? He's had to lap. Crispy is all the way in. Crispy's going to die for it. Kellen is still going. Kellen will get him. Pin out is avoided as well. And Twisted Minds, they change the tempo. They go early in spawn. And it doesn't work out. Doesn't work out for Quick Esports. They've got the payload where they want it, or near where they want it at least, but it's rolling ever further back. Coming through the low ground. Oh, Kellen's going to get so much farm. The pulse bomb as well. They're so low under here. Gogo doesn't quite have it yet. Kitsune Rush, they walk into it. The Shatter comes out. The Shatter's Suzu'd though. Crocs is still walking forward. No good. Kitsune Rush gets everything. China is going to at least get a bit of a touch on the cart to stop it rolling back anymore. But all of a sudden, that healthy 4-minute time bank approaching last fight on second has evaporated. There's 1 minute left for Quick Esports on. They've pressed the mirror button. Over onto Winston as well. Not a bad swap, a reasonable comp to choose on second point here. They're low on time, though. Kellen has Primal, Crispy has this beat. Oh, and now the overclock. Quartz doesn't want to give him any breathing room. He is in. Quartz is in. They've moved towards point, though. Gogo gets the beat off, but it's only for 2 of them. Now Quartz is going to go onto the high ground. Kellen's going to get this Primal going. He's booped away the high noon for now. Crocs has died. Tank advantage, 30 seconds left. The high noon has expired, so Kellen will finish him off. They're all low. And ultimately, they just have the ults. It wasn't a pretty beat from Gogo at all. And now, just a pulse bomb and a dream. Crispy has the beat. As long as this beat goes off successfully, find it really hard to see how they're going to do it. China's denied for touch, actually, as well. Crispy regrouping with his team on high ground. They do get the touch. Now the beat in. Catches everyone as he comes around the corner. Kellen didn't get it, I don't think. He's low either way, but Crocs is low as well. They clean him up. And it will be all Twisted Minds on this second half of second point. And there we go. No touch. No touch. And I guess the expected result. Twisted Minds over Quick Esports. I don't think really too many people will be surprised at that one. A valiant effort from old, the old D Impero, now Quick Esports. I think if I had to pick player of the match, I don't know. What do I think? What do I think? I kind of just want to say Kellen. Is it that straightforward? Hold on, let me go back to the other camera. Kellen, yeah, I'm kind of Kellen pilled again. I think, to be fair, Kellen, I mean, he looks really good at Winston, right? But yeah, I think Kellen's player of the match. I thought Crispy had a solid game as well, and that's fair, yeah. Yeah, Ryan looked really reasonable too. Blocked a lot of the shatters, got a lot of the good shatters. I think really reasonable. I think from the games we've seen so far, Kellen has certainly looked like a really positive, a really positive addition to the team. So happy to give it to Kellen. We can take a quick look at where that puts us in terms of, can I find the right button? I can find the right button. Where it puts us in terms of schedule. So this game was right here, round 4. So next week for Twisted Minds, they've got SSG. That'll be a barn burner. Then they've got Rockstars, and then they've got Meta Boys, if you can see all of that. So a lot of tough games. The SSG one is definitely the toughest of them, and that'll be the real test, right? We've seen Twisted Minds against some pretty decent teams, and they've had a lot of close games against RA Esports, against Ataraxia. But SSG will be the big test for sure.